How's it going, guys, and welcome back. In this video we're going to be checking out how we can farm frost gems and frost crystals. It's also useful if we do want to get some extra frost shards and some frost stones as well, but we're mainly going to be focusing on the gems and the crystals. So with this method I'm about to show you, each 5 minutes or so you can get about 10 or 11 frost gems each time and 2 frost crystals. And with the very same method, there's a variation so you can farm frost shards and frost stones as well if that's what you're interested in, which I will explain as we go. So with that said, let's just jump straight into it. The first thing we need to know is the setup we're going to be using for this. Before we even get started, what we want to do is make sure we have the favorite deputy keyblade equipped. This one is going to give us the passive ability called Lucky Strike. And what Lucky Strike does is increase the drop rate of rare items when we defeat enemies, so it's going to be very useful to have this on, specifically for the frost crystals that we can get in this run that are going to be a drop from an enemy. And for this very same reason, we're also going to put on the Lucky Ring accessory, which also gives us Lucky Strike. The way to get the Lucky Ring is it's one of the random rewards we can get by sending off the Moogle postcards in Twilight Town. So now we've got the setup down, let's move into the actual method we're using. So to start the route, we're going to go to the mountain ridge right at the top of the North Mountain, where the Ice Palace is. And from here, we're going to exit through the cave to start descending down the mountain, until we get to this first clearing where the 2 ice dragons attack us. And once we're here, as you can see in the gameplay, all I'm going to do is just spam Thundagger to clear out the enemies as quickly as possible, and just by doing this, we get 2 frost gems and 2 frost crystals, which is already pretty good. But this is where the variation comes into. If you wish to get frost stones as well, what you can do is slow down and attack the wings specifically of the ice dragons, and if you break off the wings, they will give you frost stones as well. I'm personally only looking for crystals and gems, so I'm just going to go down here and kill them as quickly as possible and do that. You can do the wing breaking method if you wish to get some frost stones as well. Now if you wanted to, you could just keep on repeating that, but there's a much better method. What we want to do is continue descending down the mountain by running up the wall and going over to the left, and then we're going to start finding a series of these snowballs we can run on top of. Now the way these work, if we break them when they're still relatively small, they're always going to drop us frost shards. So you could use this method just to farm a load of frost shards as well. However, the most interesting part about these snowballs is that if we run around on top of them long enough and get them to the maximum size and then break them, they are guaranteed to drop frost gems. So this is by far the best way we can guarantee frost gems. And there is a ton of these snowballs we can run on top of in the route I'm about to show you, and it only takes like 5 minutes if you do it quickly and efficiently. Now that we've explained that there's not really much else to say in this video, that's pretty much the general idea. Just keep on rolling on these snowballs on the pathway we're taking down here. Some of them you're going to accidentally break too small, you're going to get some shards instead of gems, but it's such a quick way of farming these that it really doesn't matter if you screw up a few times. So I'm going to leave the gameplay in the background for you guys of the complete route all the way down to the bottom of the mountain, and then we're going to use the save point at the bottom to simply teleport back up to the mountain ridge and then keep on repeating the process. So I hope you did find this video helpful, guys. If you did, don't forget that thumbs up button, subscribe for more content coming very soon, and we'll see you next time.
Just keep moving. You'll warm up.
Gee, nothing ever gets you down, huh, Sora?
Oh.